Imagine walking into a store with one simple goal: buy a bottle of water. 10 minutes later, you walk out carrying snacks, a new phone charger, and a scented candle you never planned to buy. On the drive home, you wonder, why did I buy all of that? Most people believe spending money is a logical decision. We compare prices, weigh the options, and make the smartest choice. But neuroscience tells a very different story. Long before your hand reaches for your wallet, your brain has already begun making the decision. Deep inside your mind, ancient neural circuits are quietly evaluating rewards, predicting pleasure, and pushing you toward the feeling of getting something new. Surprisingly, your brain often reacts to money the same way it reacts to food, excitement, or winning a game. Buying something isn't just a financial transaction, it's a biological experience. In this documentary, we'll uncover why your brain loves spending money, why advertisements feel impossible to resist, and how invisible neural processes influence nearly every purchase you make, even when you believe you're completely in control. The strange thing is, your brain doesn't wait until you own something to reward you. It rewards you the moment you expect to own it. Neuroscientists have discovered that one of the brain's most powerful chemicals, dopamine, doesn't simply appear after a purchase, it spikes beforehand. The anticipation of getting something new can be even more exciting than actually having it. That's why browsing online stores can feel surprisingly satisfying. Scrolling through products, adding items to your cart, or imagining yourself using a new gadget activates your brain's reward system. In many cases, the excitement comes from the possibility, not the possession. Companies understand this remarkably well. Limited time offers, countdown timers, flash sales, and phrases like, "only 3 left in stock," are carefully designed to amplify anticipation. Your brain interprets scarcity as opportunity, making the potential reward feel even more valuable. By the time you finally click, "buy now," your brain has already celebrated the purchase. Your wallet simply follows a decision that your neural reward system began making seconds, or sometimes even minutes, earlier. Rehook. But anticipation isn't the only trick your brain plays. In the next chapter, you'll discover why paying with a simple tap feels almost painless, and why that changes how much you spend. Imagine buying a cup of coffee with cash. You hand over a few bills, watch them leave your hand, and instantly feel that you've spent something real. Now imagine buying the exact same coffee with your phone. One tap, a vibration, done. It feels effortless. That small difference changes far more than you might think. Neuroscientists have found that the brain experiences what researchers call the pain of paying. When you physically see money leaving your wallet, areas of the brain linked to discomfort become more active. It's a subtle signal that reminds you a valuable resource is disappearing. Digital payments weaken that signal. Credit cards, mobile wallets, and one-click purchases create distance between you and your money. The transaction becomes almost invisible, making your brain perceive the purchase as less painful than it really is. This is one reason people often spend more when using cards than when paying with cash. The convenience is real, but so is the illusion. Businesses know this. That's why subscriptions renew automatically. Apps encourage one-tap purchases, and online checkouts are designed to remove as many obstacles as possible. The easier it feels to pay, the less your brain stops to question the decision. But there's an even stronger force influencing your spending than convenience. Sometimes, you don't buy things because you need them. You buy them because your brain wants other people to notice. Imagine you're perfectly happy with your phone. It works. The battery lasts all day. It does everything you need. Then a friend buys the newest model. Suddenly, your phone feels old. Nothing about it has changed. But something inside your brain has. Humans evolved in groups, where comparing ourselves to others helped us understand our place in the social world. Even today, your brain constantly measures status, belonging, and success, often without your awareness. When you see someone wearing luxury clothing, driving an expensive car, or showing off the latest gadget online, your brain doesn't simply notice the object. It imagines what owning that object might say about you. Social media intensifies this process. Every scroll exposes your brain to carefully selected moments of success, wealth, and achievement. Over time, your reward system begins linking certain purchases with acceptance, confidence, and social recognition. That's why many buying decisions aren't driven by necessity. They're driven by identity. Sometimes we're not buying a product. We're buying the feeling of becoming the kind of person we want others to see. But marketers know something even more powerful about your brain. They've learned how to influence your decisions before you even realize you're making one. Walk into almost any supermarket, shopping mall, or online store, and you'll notice something interesting. Nothing is placed there by accident. The smell of fresh bread near the entrance. Bright red discount signs. Products displayed exactly at eye level. The countdown timer flashing. Offer ends in 10 minutes. These aren't random design choices. They're carefully engineered to speak directly to your brain. Your brain is constantly searching for shortcuts to make quick decisions. Psychologists call these cognitive biases, mental shortcuts that help us process information faster, but can also make us easier to influence. When you see the word sale, your brain immediately focuses on the possibility of saving money, even if the product wasn't something you wanted in the first place. When only one item appears to be left in stock, your brain experiences fear of missing out, making the opportunity feel far more valuable than it actually is. Even background music, lighting, and store layouts subtly affect how long you stay, and the longer you stay, the more likely you are to spend. The surprising truth is that many purchases aren't made because the product changed. They're made because your environment changed the way your brain felt. But after learning how your brain is influenced by rewards, social comparison, and clever marketing, one question remains. Can you actually train your brain to spend smarter, or will your instincts always win? Think about the last thing you bought impulsively. If someone had forced you to wait 24 hours, would you still have bought it? For many people, the answer is no. That delay works because it gives your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for planning and self-control, time to catch up with the emotional reward system that wanted the purchase immediately. Here's the fascinating part. Self-control is not simply a personality trait. It's a skill that can be strengthened. Neuroscientists have found that when people create spending rules in advance, such as waiting a day before buying non-essential items, using cash for certain purchases, or setting automatic savings transfers, the brain gradually relies less on impulsive emotional decisions and more on deliberate planning. One of the most powerful tricks is to ask a different question. Instead of, "Can I afford this?" ask, "Is this worth the hours of my life I exchanged to earn the money?" That question activates deeper areas involved in long-term thinking and personal values. The goal isn't to stop spending money. It's to make sure your brain is choosing intentionally rather than reacting automatically. Because once you understand the neuroscience behind spending, every purchase becomes a chance to take back control, from advertisers, from impulse, and sometimes, from your own brain.